everyone. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. Today, we are going to talk about the time that I was accused of being a devil worshiper. Oh, I'm so evil. Of course, there's always an activity that I like to do while I'm telling the story. I am learning a different language, and so I typically do lessons that I make up and practice diction, recite words, make flashcards to help me learn the language a little bit better. And recently, I have a book that I'm really enjoying. It's called Korean Stories for Language Learners. And it talks about stories that are in English and Korean so that, you can read both. You can understand the story. And then in the back, it's got what the words mean, how to spell them. And it also has a DVD or CD that you can listen to, and it helps you with your language. So I've been really enjoying that. Okay, so where I used to work, I had a boss who used to basically harass me about the kinds of movies and shows and books that I liked to read. Well, in this particular situation, I was what you would call a twihard, which was absolutely obsessed with Twilight. So I'm sure there's people who know what it is, because that was, it's like 10 or 11 years ago. But you were either Team Edward or Team Jacob. But I was into all of that. I went to the conventions. I had the dolls. I had the posters. I stayed up at midnight to look at the screenings. I love Twilight. I had all the books. It was an absolute phenomenon. It was, I'm going to say, a great area in my life because it's very imaginative, but I loved all of it. During this time, I had a couple of posters in my cubicle. I had a couple of the dolls, some magazines, some books and stuff like that in my cubicle. And I remember when my boss, who, let's just say this, I live in the Bible Belt.
Thank you, Jesus. 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 I'm very bold. I know that.
And people in the Bible Belt, of course, are very religious, hence the name Bible Belt. There is a church on every single corner, in every single neighborhood down in the South. But churches are the main income of the South. She was deeply religious. And when she would come into my cubicle, she would say things like, "Oh, isn't that about like wolves and vampires? Vampires and wolves, that stuff is not real, right?" And I would reply to her, "Oh, really? It's not real? They don't have vampires living right now? They don't have like actual werewolves? I mean, they make so many movies about them. They make so many shows about them in books. They must be real." I'm like, bitch, I know that shit is not real. Why are you even talking to me like that? Like I'm stupid. Anyways, but she would constantly come and harass me like every single day about my posters, about what I believed in, or what I had on my desk. She'd be like, "Why don't you have any pictures of your family on your desk?" Because I see the motherfuckers every day. That's why. Why do I have pictures of them on my desk? I see my family every single day. I don't see these folks every single day. Or she'd be like, "Oh, well, why can't you like something normal?" What, like Star Trek? If I was a Trekkie, or if I was into Star Wars, like that would be all well and good. But because I'm into something that you don't agree with, vampires and werewolves, then automatically I'm a bad person. So, I mean, that's how she treated me. She would say, oh, that's devil stuff. Oh, you know, that's the occult. And I was like, okay. And if it is, and if it was, you still have to respect me, okay? Whether you Bible beat your shit every motherfucking Sunday or whatever, you do you, honey. Okay? If I choose to worship in werewolves and vampires and watching people suck blood, you do you and let me do me. Okay? Because ain't none of your business. You ain't paying me. Okay? It does not affect what I'm doing with my work. Just like you have pictures of your dogs all over your office and pictures of other things in your office. Does that hinder you from doing your job? No, it doesn't. So let me be me. Well, this ended up becoming a problem, a huge problem, to where she would have other coworkers come into my cubicle when I wasn't there and take pictures so that she could send it to HR and the higher ups to say, oh, look, she's worshiping the devil. She's a devil worshiper. She's into the occult. You know, she doesn't have any pictures of her family on her desk. She has posters of these people in this movie or who are vampires or werewolves. Bitch, really? Well, this eventually came to a head. And HR called a meeting. And they called a meeting with me, with her, with a few heads of HR, and the big boss, who is over everybody. We sat around the table, and she was just, it was weird because she was just very bujiggity, just like.
You call me bajiggity? Yeah.
Like she was tweaking or something. Probably sniffing up like crushed up Bible up her nose, some kind of shit like that. And I'm going to say this. I was raised a Christian. I have nothing against Christianity. I love God. I absolutely love God. I pray every day. And that's neither here nor there. But for somebody who does not know me to come at me like that and to disrespect me just because I happen to like a movie or I'm into a fandom, for you to make me feel less than you are because you don't believe in the same thing is wrong. Period. Okay? You don't always have to like what other people like. You don't have to agree with what other people like. If it's not hurting you, it's not against the law, then mind your fucking business. That's what you do. Okay? We got that straight? Good. So, we're in this meeting. She's just all like fixing her clothes, and she's all, and I'm like, what is wrong with this bitch?
You're gonna a beach? Beach?
We're in this meeting and we're sitting down, and they're telling me, okay, well, we called this meeting because your boss thinks that there's an issue with what you have in your office, and that you may be into some kind of devil worship. What? I mean, and I looked at them like, are you serious? Really? Okay. So I said to them, if I was into devil worship, which I'm not saying I am or I am not, you have to respect me.
Put some respect on my name. You understand me? When y'all saying my name, put some respect on it.
Do you know that? Because devil worship or Satanism or whatever the fuck it is, it's still a religion. And you have to respect that. Just like I respect her being Christian, Catholic, whatever the fuck she is. You still have to, of course I didn't say fuck. God, I love cussing. I love to curse. Ooh. It's like therapy, you know. Anyways, so I said, it doesn't matter. I have to, you have to respect me just like I respect you. If you want to put crosses in your talk about, I don't, it actually does not bother me. Again, I live in the Bible Belt, I hear all, but for you to be disrespectful and try to call me out of my name and say that I'm a devil worshiper, I said she has no right to attack me in any kind of way.
Very attacked!
I've done nothing. My work is stellar. There's no issue with me in my work or what have you. And if there's an issue with my work, then you need to address that. That's what you need to address, because I have 2 posters in my cubicle, some damn dolls and books that talk about vampires be an issue. Again, I don't talk about you having crosses in your office, but you having pictures and pictures and pictures of your damn dog. I love animals. I have 3 pets. I have 2 dogs and a cat. And my dogs are named Edward and Bella. That's how much I liked Twilight. I named both my dogs that. My cat is named Sugar Pie, but she's named after Anna Nicole Smith. Again, another story. There's nothing that shows any blood, anything that shows any kind of violence, anything like that. It is literally a poster of an actor's face. 2 actors' faces. So it was Edward and it was Jacob. Those are the 2 posters that I had in my office. I had the books that were lined up. The binders were only showing. I'm explaining this to these people, and I shouldn't have to. Because some crazy old woman wants to start some shit talking about, well, that's all devil worship. Bitch, you are the devil. That's what you are.
Satan!
That's what I'm thinking in my head. That she's the devil. Well, I'm explaining this or what have you. So she's sitting there, and you can see her face just turning red, getting redder and redder and redder. And she's just like, she's biting her lip. She's like, oh, she's like, giving me these ugly looks and cutting her eyes at me. And I'm just like, skirt, I don't give a motherfucking fuck. I don't give a fucking care. Look at me like you crazy. So she's listening to this, and they're just like, well, yeah, that's true. I said, okay then. I said, so I don't know what her issue is with me, that she wants to get upset about it, but she's going to have to get over it. That was basically the gist of it. But I said my piece that I needed to say. So then she says, well, what you have in your office is wrong, and you shouldn't be a devil worshiper. I was like, I said, if you want to get into the definition of what the devil is and how he works and the whole meaning of it, I said, we can go toe to toe with that. Because I was raised Christian. I know about the devil. Okay? So she's like, well, and basically HR was saying what she's doing was wrong. That she cannot do what she's doing. She cannot harass me. She can't tell me that what I have in my cubicle is improper, because it's not. I have the right to have that in my cubicle. And whether I am or am not a devil worshiper, it's really none of her concern.
Yourself. Why about yourself?
And that every religion has to be respected. Every single one. In the workplace. And so she got upset. She was just flailing her arms, and she was like, well, I forgot one thing. This crazy bitch had a Bible in her hand. She was holding on to it in the meeting. She got upset. She starts flailing with her Bible in her hand. She says, I don't give a fuck if she's got horns and a red tail. And she slams her most holy Bible on the table, gets up, turns around, and walks out and slams the door. And so they turn around and look at me. I'm like, so I'm the devil, huh? I'm the Satan worshiper. I said, okay. And right then and there, they say, you know what? We apologize for having this meeting. There's no, I don't really anything else from you. You are good. You have done nothing wrong. And we apologize for even calling this meeting and having you in here. You were free to, you were just, you can go on back to your job. I said, thank you. I also said, just to note, I'm not a devil worshiper. My father's a deacon in the church. I go to church every weekend. And I even teach preschool at the church. You might think, preschool with your dirty ass mouth? Yes, but I don't curse in church. At least not in front of the children. So, but I'm just like, I shouldn't have to defend myself in that manner. But they were just like, okay, no problem. And I left. Things changed after that. She made sure she held her tongue. She also didn't make eye contact with me, probably because she was afraid that I might possess her. Because, you know, me being the devil and all. People are just, I don't even know. Well, thank you for listening and watching. If you have, another day, another story. And if you enjoyed it, I hope that you will come back. You will subscribe, click the bell notification so you know when I upload another video. Comment, like, share the video. I hope that you come back next time. And I hope that you have a great day. Oh, before I go, I just want to say this. Be who you are. Don't worry about anybody else. If you're not hurting anybody, you're not doing anything illegal, then you're fine. Be who you are. Don't let people not let you be great, okay? If you are a try-hard, if you are a Trekkie, if you're into the Walking Dead, if you're into BTS, it don't matter what you're into. If you're not hurting anybody and you are being true to yourself, then boo, you do you. Don't worry about these other motherfuckers out here, okay? So again, thank you for joining me and come back next time. Bye.